Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
All right, people, welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast. We are here. This is episode 327, and we are Bill-less tonight. Bill is going to see Carrie Underwood, but, you know, I'd rather see the guy that we got on here right now, Mr. Tod Howarth. How you doing, everybody?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Dennis? Alan, how's things?
Doing
Right on.
Very good. It's cold in Indiana, man. It's brutal.
Yeah, I heard you guys got to have a cold snap here coming up.
Yeah, it's in the 40s. Low 30s tonight. Going to get a good freeze, I think, going on tonight. And
yeah,
but
the smoke was 66 degrees. I was like shivering and everything.
I think Saturday we'll be back to 71, so we'll be back in the good weather for we're going to tease us a little bit, and then it'll be brutal cold again. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Tod is. I was thinking about this yesterday. You know, there's the old saying, "A rolling stone gathers no moths." Well, this man has no moss on him whatsoever. You are busier than a beaver, dude. I mean,
It really is. And I matter of fact, this Saturday and Sunday, I took some time out. Saturday, especially, I didn't do a damn thing. I just sat, and I thought I was coming down with a cold, but I just worn out and exhausted from my my schedule, because I try to take care of my commercial real estate, my family's commercial real estate. And then I usually do 11 miles a day on the bicycle. And then I come back and I sing, you know, for an hour and rehearse and going over all the stuff. And then I do some work later on. But yeah, it's 65 now. It's like, I just not trying to keep up that pace. But yeah, I'm busy doing something every day. And if I feel strange if I sit around doing nothing, because I'm going, okay, I'm lazy bum. There's something I could do around here, you know. And I've had a lot. I mean, just in the home stuff alone, I've had to replace a stacker washer dryer. Then we had to put a new air conditioning heater unit in our home, and that was many thousands of dollars. And it's like, so yeah, busy as can be. So, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I see you on Facebook, and you see your feed, usually, and you post a lot too, which I enjoy, kind of living vicariously, seeing that good California life, But no, I see you all the time, and you're doing stuff with your dad and the cars, and then you got your stuff, your house. Then you've been traveling. You went to Sturgis again, and all that stuff, and on the bike, and so
yeah, it's actually correct. It really is. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be able to do this stuff, but I make room in my schedule to do this stuff, and it exhausts me. I mean, I came back from Sturgis, and I had to go right into rehearsals for a local band that we got together to do this thing at the Belly Up Club here in San Diego for a high school reunion that was for Claremont High School reunion, many classes, and that is a school where they modeled, got the idea for Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So we did that, and then after that, I had to get on my solo stuff, try to get that. Yeah, it's just, and then do my dad's hobbies. My dad's 86 years old now, and matter of fact, early this last Saturday morning, I had to get up early to help him with a car show he wanted to help with, but it's usually me that helps. I was like, so I'm doing his hobbies now.
Yeah, he's got some nice cars.
Yeah, thank you.
So I don't even know where you want to start. Let's start with, you're going to be doing a show here out in California, or not in California. Yeah, you're in California, but it's going to be in California because the KISS Cruise is going to be taking off from California instead of Florida this time.
Yeah, it's and we found out about this a while back. I think it was it earlier this year or last year, I think, and it was originally they wanted to have the Return of the Comet to do it with Richie Scarlett and Steve Budgie Werner and John Regan and myself. Well, so now John can't do it because of some health reasons, which restricts him from traveling. He's so very bummed about that. And Richie couldn't do it because he had prior commitment with Corky Lang in Europe, doing some shows, a tour actually. And Steve Budgie Werner was busy as well, as far as I know. So we had they got a hold of Anton Fig to do it. But at that time, John Regan was still going to do it, but then he couldn't do it. So now we have Brad Lang from the Bullet Boys doing it.
Cool.
And he's an incredible bass player and sings as well. He's going to sing a song. And then we've got on guitar, we've got this, I call him a kid, but he's not a kid. He's younger than I am by far. But Keith Robert War. And he is phenomenal player. I played with him in Vegas a few years back at another KISS-oriented thing. But he's going to do the guitar work, and he's a phenomenal player. He emulates Ace's style and his whole attitude on stage in a very fun way, energetic way. And we're playing at the Yost Theater in I think it's Santa Ana, I believe. And the cruise sets off, I think, on either Friday or Saturday, I believe. We're not doing the cruise. We're just doing the pre-cruise party and concert.
Right.
So I'll be there for 2 days, the 27th and 28th, doing exhibition stuff. And I was going to sell my CDs, but I have to sell some other things, maybe a pre-sales at this point. And then we do the show. We rehearse one time Thursday night, and then we play Friday night. So we'll see how this works.
The pre parties in Florida have been huge. I mean, those you did did you do the last one too down there?
I did that in 2019. We did that
19,
one.
Yeah. Okay. Pre-COVID.
It was fun. And then we did another one with 4 by Fate. We did one.
Right.
That's where that was 2018 or earlier 2019. I forget. But that's the one where Vinnie Vincent came up and
strummed.
Strummed a couple songs. Are you gonna play lead? No. Okay. All right. Well,
yeah, we saw everybody saw the video. It wasn't. It was the shredding didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, Pat Gasparini did the shredding, and
right.
Robert Foose on drums and John Regan playing. I mean, we had fun, but it was a different thing. But that place was packed.
Right.
Packed beyond belief. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's going to be a good show. So are you just doing a one-off show on that one, or are you going to be doing both nights?
No, we're just doing the one show on Friday night.
Okay.
If it goes well, it'd be fun to do more shows later on. But I'm not sure where we would do this. I'm sure that people would contact us to do it. But it's tough because he's also doing some other stuff right now. I'm kind of free and open. Brad is still doing Bullet Boys shows, and he just had enough time to do this. And Keith's got some things. Matter of fact, he just came back from Florida doing some stuff with Dee Schneider. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if something happens where we could do another show. It'd be fantastic and fun. I mean, I'm anticipating this show is going to go well, and we'll see what happens. Who knows?
That's great.
Yeah.
So you mentioned too, you were wanting to have your albums ready for sale at that thing. So your triple set of albums, is it Canvas? Is that the name of it? Or is that
it's the Canvas series. I've had to modify the titles, but it's Heavy Canvas, Comet Canvas, and then Acoustical Canvas. And when my son did he had an idea to make the covers when you put them all together, they kind of blended in each other to a degree. And I thought that was a great idea. So I said, okay, let me sketch out an idea I have for the title of Canvas. And so I sketched it out, which I still have the sketch, and I sent it to him. He's a brilliant artist, and that's what he does for a living. He does a bunch of brochures, magazines, and web design, and he's just phenomenal. He's a far better artist than I ever was, as far as painting, and of course that has transgressed into computer stuff. But so he came up, I told him the ideas I wanted, and he got the ideas done. We got the font and the blend, and got it into production. I thought just barely in time, and I was just informed today that they're going to be finished on the 26th with 2-day shipping. They're not going to make it there until Friday or Saturday here in California because it's out in New Jersey. So I'm pretty much screwed unless I get on the phone tomorrow and say, is there anything you can do to speed it up? Yeah, I don't want to spend, thousands of dollars to get it out here the same day. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, the three of them, the the heavy canvas is, of course, heavy, all new, original heavy stuff. The Comet canvas is a few of the songs that I sang and or wrote for Fraley's Comet. I did it all acoustical. All 3 CDs I'm playing and singing and writing everything, except for, Breakout and Calling to You, which has other writers on them. And then the acoustical canvas is songs that are more easy listening, adult contemporary, I guess, piano and acoustic guitar, of where I'm playing and singing everything, wrote everything, and it's just a different genre than the other 2. But I tied them all together because they're all the same thing. It's all me doing everything. Probably the last time I'm going to do that, because when I had the idea 5 years ago to go, hey, not only will I do 1 CD, but I'll do 3. Great fucking idea that was. And it sucked up so much of my life and time, which is not bad, but it's like, when I do all the drumming, I'm a so-so drummer. Some of the stuff sounds really good, but it's easy to do when you're in the studio. I mean, I'm playing everything, but I get to go back and re-edit, and you punch in, punch out, a lot of punch in, punch outs. And then I just get tired of hearing me doing the same old crap, and I want to hear different stuff. So if I do a band in the next year, I've got some guys here locally that I'd like to play with. They're smoking players, but I want to write songs and play songs with the band, not me doing everything. And I want to write the songs while I'm singing and playing guitar at the same time, or the piano. I want it all to be such a live, heavy aspect. So that's the next project I may have after releasing these, because I'm excited about the release of these, but after 5 years of recording them, it's time for something new and energetic. But yeah, I'm really excited about the fans and friends to hear the Canvas series, because I've been sharing it on Facebook, as you well know, Dennis.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because we were talking about this earlier. You would run in a little bit, and you go out to your car and you'd play a little test thing and give us little snippets in here and there. And no, it's really cool. I was enjoying every bit of it. So like I said, I've been excited. I've been like, once I saw you were showing the artwork the other day on those covers,
yeah,
and I'm like, well, it must be getting close. It must be getting close at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I was up late night. I'm doing all the type. I did all the typing, all the design on the inside and the back. My wife did all the photos. We had to hurry. I had two professional photographers lined up. Schedules didn't meet, so we just got to take it with her camera. She, took it with her Android, which takes good pictures actually, and we just utilized that and put it together. And I was up late at night, and I do and there's probably going to be mistakes on there, but I was just doing all the lyrics, and I had to expand one from 4-page to 6-page, 6-panel. I'm trying to get everything in there. Like, oh my God, only a 12-year-old could read this font here because it's so small. But I think it'll be good. I think people enjoy it.
That is cool. No, like I said, so of the 3, which is your favorite, you think? I mean, I know you said you're burnt on them. Probably is not the right time to ask, but
no,
of the 3, which one do you feel most proud of? I guess.
I think. I guess it depends on the hat I'm wearing, but when I first started doing the rock, and then I had the idea for the acoustical stuff, the coastal canvas, I did those kind of first. Then I started doing the common stuff. And the common stuff would be easy. Well, it wasn't, because I laid out some stuff. I thought, I'll just do it easy, acoustical, and it'll go fast and quickly. Well, it didn't, because I can do something better than that. So I re-recorded a lot of songs, and I had a fan suggest that I should do. Why don't you try Fallen Angel on keyboard? And I'm like, what? I mean, I've thought of that kind of stuff before, but I went, wait a minute, that might work. So after I got done with the Comet album, I mean, it come out. I think people just be floored, because it's. I mean, I put a little bit of heat here and there on the acoustic. I'm playing acoustic bass and acoustic guitar, and I even I'm even playing ukulele on a lead. And it's over now, It's and it comes together. It works. At first, I'm like, maybe not, but it does work. And I think that I'm proud of that mostly because I think people are going to hear what it used to be and now what it is.
Right.
And like it's over now. I played a complete different arrangement. All of them are different. I played Breakout on it at that speed, a little bit slower than used. But I played, but I used like an acoustic set on the electronic drums here, and then I played acoustic bass, which sounds phenomenal, and acoustic guitar, and I did all leads, and I did the bass, the drum fills, and boy, that was a lot of fun, trying to do Anton when you're not Anton. But it's going to be fun for the people to hear. And then I think there's parts of the coastal canvas that are very deep meaning to me, a deep feeling and meaning to me, because it's one song is about one of my best friends who committed suicide about 5 years ago, and it was one of the hardest songs I've ever had to sing in my life. And then on the easy listening, that was on the rock CD, heavy one, and then on the easy one, there's a song there about my late dog Alfie, which was another one that was so hard for me to sing, and for me to do it now, I can hardly get through listening to it without tearing up. Right. I played it for all my sisters and my wife, of course, and they just were all bawling because they knew Alfie. Sure. And as a matter of fact, there's things that I want to fix in the lyrics and words, but I did not because of the emotion that came out. So I'm just leaving it. Right. Because there's so much emotion in the song, and I'm a very emotional singer and writer in melodic sense. So yeah, there's different aspects of every three, and I'm going to leave it up to listeners to pick their favorite. Sure. Because my favorite is actually the next album I'll work on.
Because it's something new. But no, I'm really kind of I'm really interested to see the different takes on the comet stuff. I think the fans of the comets are going to really enjoy that, and
I think they will. I really think. I mean, it's not heavy-handed, but it's just different interpretations, and I'm willing and eager to hear the feedback, positive, negative, because I go, okay, well, yeah, I know what not to do next time.
Right. Not make 3 albums at once. That's what.
30 songs, 30 ideas, 30 tracks. I'll put it that way. I'll never do that again.
No, it's kind of funny. We talk about the Return of the Comets. We just went to that Louder Than Life concert there in Louisville here a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Big festival. It was real. We went the night that KISS was there, but I was the only, all these T-shirts around, and everybody, there's always some had similar T-shirts. I'm the only dude that had a Return of the Comet T-shirt on, and I had a couple of people come up going, "That's a cool shirt,"
Yeah, we'll have a couple of those at the show on up in Santa Ana.
Those are cool looking shirts. I thought those were cool. You had them online at one point.
Yeah, my son came up with the idea. He came up with a lot of the idea, and then we changed around a little bit. But thank you. It was a fun shirt, and I played with them on a couple times in the short duration of Return of the Comet tours.
Right. How many tours? I mean, how many shows did you do with that?
We only did
a whole lot.
7 or 8, and I always say this. I hate to say it, but I was sick half of them.
Oh.
I had influenza laryngitis.
Oh man,
I could not figure out when I was back there working with Richie and we're playing, and I couldn't sing. I couldn't keep going. What the fuck is wrong with me? And finally I went home and they put the camera down my throat and go, holy shit! You have your vocal cords. They're black.
Wow.
And, that's either cancer or it scared the fuck out of me. Right. And then it's come back with the test. No, it's just, and I just got over. I had the flu 4 times in 2019.
Wow.
That was they're probably priming for 2020, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're like going, hell, COVID, it can't be that bad. It flew 4 times.
It didn't affect me at all. But that time I was so upset because I could not sing my 100% potential. But the last 3 shows we did, I think the last 3 shows we did, I was singing, 100%, just kicking ass. So, but it is what it is, Yeah,
that's what you got to do. I mean, that's a lot of it. But so, what's the situation now? I know that you had mentioned your book. You've been working on it too. Is it getting close?
It's done. There's a couple things I need to add to it. I need to edit it, and I was waiting to get over this hump of next week, once I get done with this, I'm also working. Well, I'll get back to the book. As soon as I have it edited, it will be. I'll put it into publication. I'm not sure if I'm going to do self-publication or there's CD book too, like CD Baby. You can do that type of thing. I'm going to explore what to do. I mean, I can take 100% of it and sell less, or I can take, print more and take, and take, or no, do it myself and take more, or print more and take less. I don't know how it's going to work,
Right.
but and I'm not worried about the profits. I'm just worried about people having fun. I'd like to recoup my costs, of course. Same thing with the CDs, but the book is done. I'm going to do an audio of it as well, right here in my little studio. But I'm not going to do, if I include the sexy potty parts at the end of the book, I'm not going to do the audio of that because I won't be able to do it without laughing, Because he took his big throbbing member and pushed her. Yeah, I'll be laughing through that. It's just not going to work.
Well, that'll make it even funnier. I mean, I think I'd buy this for that. It's like
that is an idea. You get two. You have the
comedy CD, and
the embellished or the stark reality.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an idea, but I'll get that done, and it'll probably be ready for spring or something like that. Because I do want to take a little time. I'm building a Shopify site for the CDs, the guitar picks, photos, anything else shirts I come up with for this stuff, and I was gonna do it on my website, but I'm gonna have my website just for info, and then I'll have the Shopify because I think it reaches out further than my website would. At least it's costing me an arm and a leg to do this. So the Shopify site should be up probably by the end of this week for pre-sales. And then I'll switch it over to, I have CDs in stock, but I've got to get all the particulars because you just don't build that if you know anything about that stuff. I didn't, and I'm building it, all day yesterday. It's sitting there going, son of a bitch, delete, edit. What do I need? The pictures wouldn't load up. I had to call my son, or hey, I need instead of what the hell? I need JPEGs or TIFFs on the pictures instead of PDFs because they won't load up in PDF, and my computer won't transfer them and comes out fuzzy. And God damn it, So he did it for me and got it loaded up. So yeah, it's just busy, and it's a good thing I have a lot of energy, But I do want to take some time out. The wife and I are going to go to Hawaii in May, but that's a long time away. So.
Right.
Gotta do some relaxing somewhere, but until then, go.
There you go.
Yep.
So, speaking of being busy, are 4x Fate busy doing anything or coming up with anything?
No, I had an idea a while back, a few years back, to write some more songs for us to do. And Pat Gasparini can do the very same thing because he's a prolific songwriter. He's phenomenal. But we've all gone in different directions, and it's so hard to get us all together. So we're kind of shelved at this point in time. We all miss each other, including our sound man, who's like our fifth Beatle, Chopper Kovac, who did sound man for Aerosmith for years, and he did our sound. He did the Australian tour with us. Great guy. I just saw him up in at Sturgis. He was there. He works with Tesla, so he does their stuff. And we went to see Tesla. And damn good band. Wow, what a good band!
Yeah.
I've always admired them for what they do, and a lot of their music is. I was listening to it, going, damn, I remember that. It's good stuff, And we did a couple shows with them back with Fraley's Comet, back in the day. And then ROTC, I want to do some songs for us. Because now that I've gotten to know Richie Scarlett even more so, I know how he plays guitar. And I thought, well, I should write some stuff for us to do. And then we have some live recordings that I was going to re-embellish. And one of the guys at one of the record labels that wants to do that is coming to the show next week to see us, but it's a whole different band. It's not Return of the Comet. I don't know. There's so many different ways to go here. I really enjoyed for by fate. I really did. But with everything that's going on, including John's situation at the moment, he can't really go anywhere yet. And then everybody's doing their own thing, and it's like walking cats. It's just not going to go in one direction.
Exactly. Well, that's great. So we're so you're to do these pre-orders and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure when you get it all worked out, I mean, is it going to be on your website, you said, and then go from there?
It'll be announced. First off, I'm going to do a temporary banner on my website of what's coming up with pictures of all the CDs, of which, like a dumbass, I don't have them here with me. It'll announce the pre-orders and where it'll direct you to. It'll be todhowarth.biz. Will direct you to the Shopify site, okay. And then you can also email me at todboy@cox.net. That'll be announced. You can message me through Facebook and Instagram, and word will get out, and I'll do some advertising as well. But yeah, it will be announced. But definitely check out todhowarth.biz, B-I-Z. Okay. And my website, todhowarth.com, and social media. I'll be announcing it when they're here. I'll probably start pushing the whole pre-orders this weekend. Like, pre-orders, I will have them in my hands the following weekend, unless I can get them in sooner this next week. But it's my fault because every time I came home from whatever I was doing, I was trying to finish up the mixes, and you do a mix, you listen to it, and you go back and do a mix, and I'm trying to get $1 million mixes out of this machine that costs hundreds of dollars. Right. And I've got an ear, but this machine's only going to do so much based on what I recorded, and everything is my fault for what happened in the progression of getting it ready in time. But by the time I got to doing so many mixes, I go, you know what? That's just how it's going to be, because it's not getting any better. This may sound better, but this is suffering because of the bandwidth for certain frequencies. It's only so much. So, they'll be ready.
Well, like I said, we'll too. Once we find that out, and you can email us too, and then we'll put it on our site. We'll put some links on there.
I appreciate that, and then give it another month, and I'll do another podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Like I said, I appreciate. Like I said, you're one of those people that, all I do is I'll shoot you a message on Messenger, and you always get back to me really quick. And
I try to.
You're very accessible, and I appreciate that as a fan.
Not as much as I appreciate being asked. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm usually asked about doing something every other week or so, or phone calls or recording or announcements, but I grab my phone immediately and I check the dates. Okay, I can do it here because I like my dog Lexi's right down here waiting for me to sing and make a bunch of noise. Because after this I do my rehearsals, and then after I got to take her home, feed her, and then blah blah blah. But I'm very accessible because it means a lot to the people that ask me. Obviously, it means a lot to the fans who want to know. It means a lot to me to be able to get out the information that I have, and I'm very fortunate that people still want to hear and listen to everything.
Yeah. Well, maybe we need to get Chris Sinzak and get you down to Rockin' Pod in March. You come down there and sell you some CDs down there too.
Yeah, that's
in Nashville.
Yeah, I love Nashville. God, I love that.
I will send you some information about the Rockin' Pod stuff because I'm on the planning committee.
Yeah,
sure, fantastic. Yeah, I'm willing to do that because I'm going to have all this product now. I mean, it may sell. It may I pressed limited quantities because I'm not a fool, but I'm going to have plenty of merchandise to hit some fests and some places, and I'll even play. As a matter of fact, I'm doing something. Where the hell am I? I'm doing some acoustic thing in Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, cool.
And I'll be able to bring some stuff there, and hopefully I can drag Rick down there, and of course Rick and Bunny, the only ones that live there, right. But Rick and his kids. But yeah, I'm going to be very willing to travel and do some stuff to get out there and network this material and have some fun and play. I mean, my vocals now are top notch. I mean, I can do an acoustical set myself, or I can even just, grab the guitar and do even, the people want me to do this thing in Sweden. So I thought, I can do that too. I might bring the guitar. God loves Steinberg. It's out of tune.
Never stops me.
Yeah. I had the air conditioner on. The dog likes to sit right next to the air conditioner. Plus, when I turn on the air conditioning, everything goes to shit, But
problem is they don't have no tuning keys on that guitar. That's the problem with it. I know. I'm saying some guys like, well, that thing's broke.
Tuning's for pussies. Yeah. This thing back here, this is over $2,000 if you can find them anymore.
Those things are rare as hell.
Because they sound
I know you got a bunch of them, so.
I got 19 of these. Yeah, there's such good sound.
Yeah, they are. They're good.
Just don't play anything recognizable so YouTube doesn't penalize us.
Yeah, exactly. We'll all on that too. So.
Well, true story. One day we were recording an episode and Bill accidentally hit play on something and just almost immediately hit, stop, and YouTube flagged a copyright. We didn't get a penalty or anything, but they were like, any income off of this that artist gets or whatever. And I mean, it was less than 5 seconds.
No kid. So it's a good thing.
Hilarious.
It was off of his phone. I mean, and it picked it up off his mic, and
so I can play. I always a little Van Halen and a little bit of Guns N' Roses for fun in here,
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't hear that. Really, they do that, huh?
Yeah, they listen. It's crazy.
They'd probably do it for my own shit too, wouldn't they?
Probably.
Well,
most artists, all they do is they just claim, any income that comes from that.
Yeah.
Like we don't try to make any income off of our YouTube channel. So if an artist, heard a little clip of a song off of us and they wanted to claim whatever advertising income came off of that, hey, take your 0.007 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
What? We've been doing this over 5 years, and I ain't seen a fucking cent. Actually, it's cost me money.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless Alan's pocketing all of our profits, I don't think there's.
You'll never know.
I mean, the royalty checks I get, I go, I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
Yeah. It costs more to send it than it did to
I've gotten checks like that, and like in the past, some stuff, and unbelievable. And my dad, he's a big supporter in what I do. He doesn't really have an idea of my talent because he doesn't care, but he knows how hard I work, and he knows how talented I am. I mean, to be able to do this stuff, but he gets so bad. I said, well, aren't you doing most of the work? I said, well, yeah, that's kind of the way it works. He said, well, you're never going to see your money out. I said, no, I'm not. I'm never going to see the money. The 5 years that I put into these 3 CDs, I'm not going to see that. And I knew that when I started it, but it's not about that. It's about, just getting out there and keep producing some music. If I can cover my costs and make a few bucks and buy, a couple more Steinbergers, yay.
Exactly.
But something may snap. There's a song that on the coastal coastal canvas, a lot of C's, coastal canvas CD that is called "There Are Angels," and I think this song is going to get picked up by somebody because it's easy listening. But I swear to God, I wrote the song in my sleep. I woke up. I had the arrangement, the melody in my head. I woke up and I stumbled out of bed in the living room, grabbed my acoustic guitar, and my wife's going, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I got a song. I got to put it down on the phone, otherwise it'll go away in the morning." And the song you'll hear called "There Are Angels," it's that very song. And I finished it up in 2 days because I already had the song. But, and so I was given a little gift from somewhere about that, but, and the song almost sounds religious, and it can be taken that way, but it's not. It's the whole idea is, and it's something I've experienced before. It's just about a guy in airports. He travels a lot, and he sees this beautiful woman. And it could be a woman sees a beautiful guy, or guy, woman, I don't care. But the thing is that he sees her, and he's just like, oh my God, she's just stunning. She's beautiful. I wonder where she's going, what she's doing, what's her life, what's her backstory. Oh, there she is boarding the plane, and I'll never see her again. And that's happened to me before, because I've got imagination. And sometimes it goes into the curb, or the gutter. But sometimes it's very.
You're a guy. Sorry, this happens.
But I just sit and think about what's she like? What's her? Because she's just phenomenal, and so this became the song that she's an angel. There are angels, and oh my God, I didn't believe, but the grip and the hold that you have on me, will you let me go? Can you let me go? And he'll never see her. So he imagines what she's doing in her life once, and he's on to whatever he's doing. He keeps thinking about her, and that's the nature of the song. There are angels,
That's cool. Well, I can't wait to hear it. Like I said, I'm all excited, and I will be pre-ordering and be ready to be waiting by the mailbox.
On the flip side, on the heavy song, on the heavy side, there's a song. It's called "Weightless." And it's very dark, and I explained to my dad because it features a guy it's called I'm trying to think of the first lyrics here. So many lyrics that I've gone over, plus all the show of lyrics I'm about to go over. Anyhow, he's going to find his woman. He's on the freeway in the desert, and trying to find her. He can't find her, but he knows she's somewhere, and he thinks she's in trouble. And he's in this old 1960 Cadillac Eldorado, of which we have, and he's hauling ass down the road, but he's feeling tired, and he doesn't know what's going. Is that an off ramp or a shoulder? And it kind of has this real heavy quarter beat, and it kicks into double time, and the guy is falling asleep on the road, but he wakes up just in time, so you think, and he keeps thinking, is this I can't tell you the lyrics without giving it away, but he eventually feels weightless. I'm going nowhere. I'm feeling weightless. Well, that's because he's going off, and he's and then in the lyrics he says, if ever there's someone to come to try to find me, I'm in a white 60 Cadillac, So, and I told my dad the premise of this, and we're sitting right next to the white Cadillac and this very property, and he's in the chair. He goes, "Wow, it's kind of dark and deep."
It's like, I don't think I'm going to drive. I was going to take that car for a drive, and I don't think I'm going to right now.
I've actually taken that 60 on many road trips to the desert. I live principally in the desert, Southern California, but my imagination is pretty vivid. But that's really dark, and there's some of the dark, heavy songs on that. I think the people who like that kind of stuff will probably get into it, and it's not a representation of Fraley's Comet stuff, because that's a different genre. Although there's a couple of songs on there that are kind of close, but they deviate, because I'm not going to keep writing and playing the same stuff from 35 years ago, because that drives me nuts. Right. I'm not going to do it. I move. I get re-influenced by new bands all the time. Even at my ripe old age, I'm re-influenced by new young bands. Like, wow, who is this? Wow, that's great stuff. I'm inspired to write new material.
Right. That's good. Well, like I said, there is music out there, and luckily we do find it, because having this podcast, we have people send us stuff all the time, and some of it's really good, some of it's really bad. But we do get those gems, and it's like going, where in the fuck have these guys been? Because there's just no way to get music out. I mean, there's no record companies promoting this shit anymore. So there's a lot of bands that are putting stuff out, but you got to be able to find it. You got to be able to get to it. That's the hardest thing, is finding it.
And in the bulk of the people have to push it like they used to, but the bulk of the people now are more consolidated, and they're more flighty where we're so into this band, but oh, look at that band. Oh, we're in this band now. Oh, look at this band. So band really doesn't have, years to cultivate. I mean, they do, but not as long as they used to. Like, you like Skinner, you like Zeppelin. Well, I don't know. Those decisions. And now you have so many bands, so many things happening. The machines tell you what you like by, constant airplay. And it's really hard. And I'm so glad that I'm not, young trying to do this. Of course, when you're young, you don't have a lot of responsibilities usually, or family or kids. And you can, sleep in a van down by the river and your vocations. But yeah, it's tough, but I take my hat off to a lot of the bands, the young bands, to do that and get out there and push and make it. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a different animal than it was, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. It's just a bunch different. All right, Todd. Well, like I said, I sure appreciate you coming on. We're not going to keep. I know you got rehearsals, you got all kinds of stuff going on, but no, I'm glad you took out the time and to do this, and I can't wait to get to hear this stuff. And good luck out at your gig out there in California for the pre-KISS tour or the cruise. That'll be a pretty fun show. Hopefully, get to see somebody on YouTube. Hopefully, somebody will film it.
It probably will. I mean, I'm sure it'll be live right away. My wife will be doing that at least. But Dennis, Alan, I appreciate it, both of you, for bringing me back on. I'll be back on when things get out there and my CDs finally get out there. And for whatever reason, another month or two, whatever. But I really appreciate it when you guys ask me to come on, and I always make the best attempt to get here.
Oh, you do a good job of it. So it's todhowarth.biz, right?
Todhowarth.biz for the Shopify, right?
For the Shopify, right there you go. But like I said, when it gets all ready to go and everything, we'll be linking it too.
I'll let you know. I'll give you a message about that.
Okay. Well, hold on just a minute, and we're gonna let Alan take us out of here, and then we'll talk to you here in a second.
Y'all visit agesofrock.com, check out past episodes and social media links, and until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.